Okay, so I'm recording this video, like screen recorded, and record through my computer because I have filmed this about the first try. It took me about 5 hours, and it didn't save, so you can imagine. Well, at least it's not like a complex writing assignment. I mean, like, it's not bad. It's not heavy. So, it's mostly just talking. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with talking about our annotations. I'm gonna like divide it into sections, like all of our assignments that we had. I'm gonna first start off with like the annotating and explain that a little bit, and then relate it to the course, and then I'll start doing like going into like some of the things that we did like the first and second week, I believe. So we had the Medunifer. That was one of the first assignments that we did, and along with my battery is gonna die. In fact, screen like darkened completely. Better. Okay, so along with that one, we did the complexity of identity. Who am I? And I did annotate. I did annotate quite a bit. I remember doing this because I think I was like sitting in a park doing this. The papers kept trying to fly away. Oh, and then we have one more that is in one of the Mabangis, and it is actually in the psychological rhetoric, and it's black on black on black on black on black on black by Daniel Black. And this one, yes, this one I annotated as well. The first one I didn't do like a big thing, mostly because I was like adding most like exclamation marks over the description that he was giving about the church. So for annotating and relating it to okay, as for how I annotated this, detail each item and walk through how you completed it. As for annotating, I would say my annotations at first, like in the Medunifer, I was a little more following the rubric we were given on how to annotate. And here I asked questions, or I highlighted like Medunifer, meaning beautiful speech. I put my own little annotations to help me summarize the page, because we did do page by page. I remember it said also like annotating the title could be a part of it. Trying to what is it called when you're trying to defining a word using the context that it's used in. I did that. Some of this I just put like thoughtful communication, the differences between how Medunifer was with the ancient Egyptians and the Greeks. So this one was a little more annotating pictures. This one. Oh, I had started to annotate the sources. I don't think you can even see that. Have you noticed that the author of this one, Melba Velez Ortiz, she had other sources also that were in there, so that was interesting. But this one I feel like it was more so like rubric based that I did this, and like little word annotations, not anything like too complex. And then in the complexity of identity, who am I feel like I had more questions, just because I found this one a little like wow. And then I had like my own little self notes because like at the bottom of this to summarize it, I said this took me for a trip. The adolescence version of ourselves has played such a big part in who we are. I have a lot of underlined things and a bunch of just a lot of it looks different from my first one. My first one is good, but this one I feel like I had like deeper thought into it. And then my third one, I kind of tried to ask the Black on Black. I tried to ask last questions and more so listen, or like state, rephrase. Or basically just like wrote on the side things that I found more interesting. What I learned from annotating itself was to critically think about what I am reading and not simply just read it to read it. Like, think more in depth about it. I would say it has helped me a lot because I try to use it in everyday life now. I mean, I had a basic meaning of like critical thinking, but now I'm able to actually like know how to apply it more. Also with annotating, I found that like when I have learned how to use like the different ways to annotate, how to use it like differently when I'm looking at different readings or articles. Also, it has helped me tremendously take my note-taking a whole different way. As for syllabus, course competencies, I would say it is a part of explore the literature, writing, exposition, argument. More than likely, like the research part. I wouldn't really have guessed that our whole last writing assignment would have been something to like make a video about like everything in your binder. I thought that was a cool concept that we were basically preparing. We were already doing like our research to actually like do our final writing assignments. Writing analysis and practice. Read essays and articles and determine the methods of development. And I believe maybe demonstrate the ability to edit writing to eliminate jargon, choppiness, dullness. So maybe like how I don't know if I'm thinking too in depth about this, but like how my my article analysis and annotating has changed from basically just like following, well, yes, following the syllabus, but also following where my critical thinking goes. I think that's how it relates directly to the syllabus course competencies. How is it relevant to the school's mission? Well, again, learning. I think the basis for that one would be learning. When you come to school, expected to learn. How do you plan to transfer the skills used to complete this assignment into another class and non-academic environments? Well, the same way. The same way that I talked about using it for like, media and in general, like whenever I'm looking up an article or when I'm trying to research something, I do have to take English 1102, and I'll know more how to take advantage of the annotating skills and being able to take notes about it when I have to do a research paper or a research paper. Okay, let's jump from there. I think I want to jump into... Okay, we could jump into like one of the first assignments that we had in class, which was making a group of I think it was like 4 or 5 people, just even groups in class, and we were told to take pictures. My group members were Khalifa, Caleb, Christopher, and Andy. Let me get my phone. We actually did that. I think we did it in like a span of 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to find the photos. We did end up creating a group chat where we ended up sending the photos themselves. Very short. We got like this one. This one was in front of the classroom. Oh, can you see that? Okay, I turned down the brightness. So like in front of the classroom, and then like, general classroom. Then we have the library, and then we had the student lounge, and then we had what was this? I don't remember. I believe this was the student center. We were outside looking for it, and the wonderful lady that was there, she said that we were here, so that was nice. The career center, where we did end up getting papers from the lady that was also there, so we kind of like bumped into her and got lucky. The bookstore. This is the Learning Success Center. We took a picture outside. The Assessment Center. Outside your office. Right. Another photo outside your office, because there were two 207 and then a 205. And for this one, well, I believe it correlates into, and walk through how you completed it. We took photos in a span of, I think it was like 2 days, because we couldn't all be there at the same time. Some of us had other things to do, which is completely understandable. We walked around essentially, and people, professors, I believe, saw us, or janitorial attendants saw us, and they were like, which room were you trying to find? And then we would tell them, and they're just like, oh, okay, it's all the way back there, and then make a left. And so they were nice. We didn't ask questions really to many people ourselves. They kind of just said, hey, what you looking for? Which is pretty nice. I believe for this, it was also correlated into an introduction to library resources, the foundation for research. So basically, I think it would be more like places that we are able to go to research topics, like the library, and just basically student success. I know that the Learning Success Center, they have tutoring for English. So again, student success, for how it like relates to the school, as well as relate to the school mission. You know, being able to actually like pass your classes. Yes, I think that is all. Oh, and then we also had a, let me start with the assignment first. So we did an assignment, which was our evaluation chart, where we picked, I think it was, we were supposed to pick 2 out of 3 of these people, these influencers, or these professors, or yes, journalists, or would that be the word? So I'm not gonna lie, I did terribly at this. I was not understanding, like, okay, you can tell me every day pathos, logos, and ethos, but when I entered this class, I was just like, I don't understand how to actually use it. Like identify it through a video. I did not understand how to identify it through a video. My first one was first and only PhD Rachel. Let's Talk Chinese Exclusion in U.S. History, and a video was posted March 5th. May 5th. May 6th. I was reading that wrong. And then for ethos, I put mentions her series, because she has a series, and she has a PhD listed. And then we have pathos, which is emotional appeals. Promised them safety, although they didn't always deliver on the last one. I'm sorry, I'm chuckling because I just hear background noise. Yeah, I believe this one, it was more so that the way that she would say these things, she would emphasize, or she would make a face, like a very like disappointed face. Then we have logos. I was saying that logos was basically her listing off the history. That's what made it logical, which I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? And then we have creator credentials, PhD, how credentials are shown or verified by you. I did not write in this box, but they were listed, and I did go to her book series, to her series, to see this. So from that, we were led into a group activity. And I volunteered to do number 1. Now, number 1 was introduce the creator, video link / title, and summarize the credentials section. Explain how the group knows, verifies the credentials, bio, external sources, consistency across videos, etc. And then I wanted to do this one especially for the part of explain what is Pathos Logos, what is ethos, pathos, and logos is what it is, and then as well how does it show up in the content. I wanted to get a little bit more, I wanted to get more practice with that, just because I know I didn't understand it, and my group members, they did really good with this assignment, with the actual like square assignments. They did really good with that, so I was just like, okay, let me do it because it seems like I need practice with this. And then they answered, they used namely questions to answer the assignment. We do have that one posted as well. I think that one's under group assignment in YouTube. After, okay. So for that one, we can do, explores the analysis of literature and articles about issues in the humanities and society, student practices. Give me one sec.